Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling channel. I am your host, Seth. Today, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of recommendations for who I think should join Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman's faction. So let's hop right into the video. Play the intro, because I left it out last time, on accident. The first person I want to talk about is All Ego Ethan Page. He had that interaction with Rock on New Year's Evil in NXT. He doesn't have any connection to anyone, which would be easier than thinking about past rivalries or past friendships. It would just be, he could just kind of join in and create something. He's definitely main roster ready and the future of WWE with Braun Breaker. So when Seth Rollins talks about the future of WWE, Ethan Page falls right into that category just coming up from NXT, in my opinion. He's one of the best fits. He's a big speculation for a lot of people. If The Rock does end up leading, he's definitely the person, but if not, I still think he has a possibility just being the future of WWE, but we'll just have to see what happens. Next up is Austin Theory. He's tempting at a breakup with Grayson Waller, and he's also the future of the company along with Braun Breaker. It would fit well with their gimmick, as if they're going for an Evolution 2.0. Something like that. He would almost fit in as the Randy Orton of the brand. He goes along. This should probably be more of a heel turn for him than a babyface turn. But again, would gel really well with them. He's had experience in that big spotlight, and at this point can definitely elevate himself even higher, like Braun Breaker is doing. He would be perfect for those lessons, like what Seth Rollins is trying to do with Braun Breaker, and he's had experience because I'm pretty sure at one point he was with the Messiah role in 2020 when they were trying to figure out a spot for him. Next up is going to be the first one I haven't heard a lot of people say, but in my opinion, it's Bronson Reed. I'm pretty sure he's still injured with his ankle injury, but once he gets back, it will give him a direction to go in. He's just a monster like Braun Breaker. He's also like the future of the company and would also make an unstoppable force with Braun Breaker, and has history with Seth like Braun does, because Braun faced him in NXT for the World Heavyweight title in 2023, if we remember. And last year, Bronson Reed had that feud with Seth, so they both definitely have history with Seth, and Seth, it would be a good way to bring him in, as Seth knows what type of monster he is from all the feuding they did. So it would be a good way to show the future of the company, but Seth knows who to pick out of the future that would be the force that he needs. Next up, I have an interesting one, and that's Ilya Dragunov. When he would come back from injury, it would be a great injury return. Brutal and crazy force, insane, just like Braun Breaker, just unstoppable and crazy. He also has history with Braun Breaker from their time in NXT, so it's another way of them finding the right forces. Plus, in my opinion, on Raw this past year, he didn't really have much of a direction he was going in, so this would also just give Ilya like a good push in a good direction, because he's such a good wrestler, as we learned from him in NXT and NXT UK, but he just needs that right way to go on the main roster to really be able to show that, and I think this faction will actually be a great way for him to show that intensity that he always has. Next up, it says that I wrote in my notes, I said Mello and Trick, but in my opinion, based on what is going on with Mello and Miz right now, I think it would be more of a Trick. Trick definitely, he's so main roster ready and has just had like a sort of a heel turn. So I'm definitely thinking that Trick could come up from the main roster. He has history with Braun. I'm not so sure if he has history with Seth. I think they might have seen each other in NXT. I know Mello, if Mello is the final man, Mello definitely has history with Braun and Seth, and both of them, whoever really it is with the tag team, if it's just one of them, they're both future of the company, just like Braun Breaker. They came up in the same class. I'm leaning more towards Trick based on what's going on with Mello and Miz. Like, if it were to happen, I'm leaning more that Trick would be the person. But, I mean, like, Trick's new attitude is just an identifier that I feel like he would actually be a really good fit, as he's already starting to have a heel turn. Last person I want to point out, it doesn't really need an explanation, Becky Lynch. Just turned heel and can work with Seth, who's her husband. Like, no explanation. A lot of people speculate this. I've already been thinking that it's going to be Becky Lynch. It probably will be after she finishes up this feud with Lyra. I'm thinking that it might be Becky, but if they might want to add one more person, so that could be like a Trick or Neely or Dragunov, just like some of the people I named. Becky's probably the person on this list that's most obvious to join, but I don't know. I'm just really hoping for that, because I think by this, a lot of people, me included, by the time she, right when she turned heel, everybody knew that this was definitely, I think by the time she turned heel and Braun joined Seth, everyone knew that this was going to be the faction we were getting. But, don't really know when it would come full circle, but it's really possible to happen. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and turn on that bell so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.